Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
So that's got things underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Gabriel Jesus, he's always going to be a massive threat, Peter. And that's primarily because his movement off the ball is so effective. Even if he doesn't end up touching the ball, he usually plays a part in his team's attacking plays because he's dragged people out of position. And that can be an obvious help to those around him. He's full of enthusiasm.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Well, good play on the left-hand side here.
Aims beyond the defence. And it's Brandt. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card.
Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of...
Eze!
Good try, the outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Brandt. Nemecha. Tries to play it through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Girassi. Pass is just off target. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That is good alertness. Rice. Girassi. Looking for options for movement. Can he get onto this? White.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now that's well seen too. Nemecha. And it's Brandt. Just eases him off the ball. He's looking wide. He's picked his way through.
In with the challenge.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Can he get it through? That's tidy. Cross from Brunt. Keeper's dealt with that. Subimendi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Eze gets into a good position. That's the keeper's ball. Well, they can break here. Eze, and he's picked out the run. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Schüller.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Brandt. Eze. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus! It's loose now and they want to get it back. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And no, that was never going to make it. Pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. It's a good foot in there.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Eze.
This is the time you need that pace.
That has been cut short. Back to the keeper it goes. Over to the left. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And there is the half-time whistle. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Today, everybody, to
reflections on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Substitution.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Arsenal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. Gabriel! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now that looks a decent ball. Might be... And he shoots! They scored!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on...
He's going for goal! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Borussia Dortmund with the corner, there first. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. And he lines up a cross. Borussia Dortmund with another corner. So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Real chance! Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Good ball over... Decent chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Arsenal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Searching pass he's played there. No luck with that dink over the top.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And here's Jesus. It's Gabriel Jesus! And he has kept it out somehow.
Gabriel Jesus really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Eze plays it short. Turns and goes back. He's having a go! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Eze moves short. Timber. Eze! Now, who's going to be first to this? That'll be a throw. Ambitious ball here. Oh, delightful ball. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Fabio Silva. No, he's just misjudged that one. And he's there to retrieve it. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Baini. Arsenal are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. And he's worked it through. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 56. Number 10.
Has a shot! Magnificent! He's got himself an absolute peach. Borussia Dortmund back on level terms. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's shaping up. Trossard! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Nice looking ball. Nicely worked. Could try cutting inside here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Adeyemi. Looking for the run.
Now it's Fabio Silva. Chance! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Time added on, 4 minutes. Trossard, and it's White. It's a throw-in. Trossard. He's got a... Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. And that will be the final act. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here. Not the most accurate pass. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This could be another episode of the Seho Girassi show, I think, Peter. While he's primarily a poacher, he doesn't really have the composure you need in the penalty area when it comes to his finishing. He's a bit Hollywood or bust regarding that. But when it comes to his general play, he has great composure bringing his teammates into the game. So he just needs to get that clinical edge going.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Eze. Arsenal appearing to have the better of things in these... Oh, terrible pass. face to face with the keeper. Decent chance!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
In with the challenge.
That's good play from him.
And he's got the beating of his man. And he was alert to it. Rice. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Borussia Dortmund trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Brandt is behind this one, and we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. And he's going direct. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Played with finesse. Decent chance! Girassi does well to get it back. Brandt. Played out wide. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
15 minutes till half-time. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Zubimendi. Now Timber. Rice. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Eze. Nmecha. And it's Eze. Nmecha did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Now it's Girassi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Zubimendi. Rice. And Gabriel Jesus. Out to the left it goes. Chance! And it's a goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in.
And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Arsenal having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we are...
Has a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Rice. Eze. Sabitzer.
That's an imaginative pass.
Nice interception, well timed. Fabio Silva.
That's a sharp pass.
Adeyemi. And there's green grass ahead of him.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Borussia Dortmund finding their passes.
He's gone for goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Being still separated by the game's only goal. Nemecha.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference.
And the score is 1-0.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 9, Gabriel Jesus. Number 56.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Number 19.
Now it's Fabio Silva.
Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him.
Arsenal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Number 33.
In numbers sharp and uncompromising.
Substitution in progress.
Tries to play it through. Now there's a fine ball.
Borussia Dortmund really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, he's burst through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Gross. Adeyemi. Just about up to 75 minutes.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely weighted ball. Picked out brilliantly. And he's got shapes to shoot!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And he shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that would have won it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Borussia Dortmund do have a chance to counter here. Looking for the run. Adeyemi.
Oh, he's been flattened there.
Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game. Point-blank header! And that could come back to haunt them.
Oh, I think you could really feel his pain there. He was convinced he'd put his side level.
Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Raya gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, well played, well played. Merino. That's been cut out, well played. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Arsenal close now to seeing this one through to the end. Gross in acres of space out wide.
200 minutes has been indicated.
Oh, it's a great ball here. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Gross! What a save by David Raya! That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
All hands on deck for this one. White gets it away, he's going for goal! And that is wildly off target. And time is up. Relief finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This could be another episode of the Seho Girassi show, I think, Peter. While he's primarily a poacher, he doesn't really have the composure you need in the penalty area when it comes to his finishing. He's a bit Hollywood or bust regarding that. But when it comes to his general play, he has great composure bringing his teammates into the game. So he just needs to get that clinical edge going.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Brandt! Oh, brilliant from Brandt!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent.
And here's Jesus, and it's made Eze!
Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there.
Brandt,
Quarter of an hour played.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
can he get on the end of this? This looks promising, and he's running.
He scored! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Gabriel Jesus.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he's had a hit! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that could set him on his way. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Not getting too much.
Oh, they could be caught out here.
Sabitzer. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Good effort from distance.
Shifted upfield. Gabriel Jesus is herring after that one.
And here's the chance to counter.
Eze. Now it's Girassi.
Looking for options for movement.
That's an excellent interception. Eze. That has not gone well. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him. That's going in strongly.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, that's well spotted.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark.
Ambitious ball here.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
And it's Eze. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
There will be 1 minute at a
That is
time.
not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
No, that's been intercepted. There's the whistle for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Arsenal are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Adding on the finish! Rice. Gabriel Jesus does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Nemecha. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Fabio Silva. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rice, who does have an assist to his name. And here's Jesus. Adeyemi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get it through? Oh, perfectly measured that. Takes a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Nemecha takes the shot! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nkapie cuts out the pass. White. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Adeyemi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Over to the left.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Nemecha. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, that's a key interception. Adeyemi. Subimendi. Well, that looks a decent ball. Tries to play it through. That is good alertness. And here's Eze. Sabitzer. And they can counter here. Oh, nicely intercepted. He's gone for goal! So what can they make of this? He's found the way through. Fabio Silva. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Timber did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Knocks it into space. Oh, goes to finish! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number
Gross
9.
is behind this one.
Gabriel Jesus.
Gross!
Number 56.
Decent
Number
hit from
10.
there.
Eze. Number 41. Right. Number 2. William
Somewhat off target.
Number 5.
Good running with the ball. He's picked his way
Coming
through.
on the field. Number 19. Trossard.
Borussia
Number
Dortmund really
22,
are showing all the necessary urgency,
Number
but it's
49,
potency they need.
Luis Skelly. Number 23.
Takes a shot.
Mikel Merino. Number 3. Mosquera.
That's really
Number
well manoeuvred.
33,
Now it's
Calafiori.
Trossard.
Substitution
He's
in
away.
progress.
That is good strength. Borussia Dortmund are looking to break at pace.
Merino. This is the time you need that pace.
And he's on his way.
He's having a go.
Oh, it's come off the upright.
Arsenal really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Now, can they get him away? Trossard. Oh, lovely feet. He is such a good mover. Showing great feet there.
There will be 1 minute
Chan.
added time.
1 minute to add, according to the board. That's a sharp pass. And that is that. Arsenal have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Terrific recovery,
Please
a
make sure to
really
watch the
fine
screen for
win, that, Jim
information
Beglin.
bulletin
This has
from the
been a
regional
very
police
composed
department.
response.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody.
Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere
Against
frenetic.
Barcelona.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Oh, good determined running there, but not back by the defence.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Now it's Yamal. Long ball upfield. It's a pretty loose pass. Yamal. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I think this guy, Gavi, is someone who really does show his Catalan pedigree, Peter, where the philosophy is to love the ball, to demand the ball, to protect the ball. And he'll always back himself because he's got the courage to do all that and then do his bit for the team. And he will always be a key midfield link because of his cleverness, his anticipation and his desire.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. De Jong. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Özcan tries to clear, gets good distance on it, but they've got it again. Araujo. And it's Gavi. And here's Lewandowski, takes a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Dani Olmo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Has a shot! Oh, belter! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The breakthrough strike! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Now it's Lewandowski.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Girassi. Balde gets across to intercept that. Rashford.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And here's Lewandowski. Lewandowski.
That's just playing it safe and simple. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, that's clever. He's had a shot! No mistake! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass?
Yamal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Probing pass. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Balde. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's having a go! It's loose now and they want to get... Oh, he's been caught napping! De Jong.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's going to be disappointed with that. That's an imaginative pass. Araujo promptly onto that, and that is that. Barcelona finding their passes. That's a good ball out wide. And it's De Jong.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Looking for options for movement. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And the first 45 minutes are up. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow. Goes for a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Yamal. It's Rashford! Good strike, quite an alarm. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rashford touches it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
That's the keeper's ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Ryerson.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Back towards the middle. Borussia Dortmund come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter. Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Lewandowski! And he has kept it out somehow.
Lewandowski really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Barcelona can try it again now. Barcelona have their third corner. That has been knocked clear. That is good strength. Lewandowski was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Barcelona get their fourth corner.
Number 7, Joe Bellingham. Coming on the field, number 20, Sabitzer.
And he can clear it away.
Brad.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's made its way to him. He is through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Rashford. Shot could be on. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's tried one! They've got to be quick to... Oh, he's been caught on it here! They get a throw in. Adeyemi. And it's Brandt. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And it's Pedri. Rafinha. Foot in. Could move up a gear here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Nice looking ball. Chan. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Fabio Silva. Rafinha. Searching pass he's played there. That's put paid to a promising move. Engages and forces him off the ball. Ambitious ball here. Can he get onto this? Sabitzer. Now it's Fabio Silva. And that's been intercepted. And we're done. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side.